Go save the world, Agent Collins.
What makes you think I'll do any of this?
I believe you already have.
That series finale of Paradise left me speechless.
I mean, what is, I'm sorry.
It was just that good. And who and what is Alex? Well, we found out what Alex is. What's up, y'all? Welcome to Lawrence Reports to talk about my review of episode 8 of Paradise. But first and foremost, I want to tell everybody, thank you so much for watching my videos, hitting that like button, subscribing on the YouTube and the TikTok. Y'all been going crazy on both platforms. I definitely appreciate all the love and support. Now, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button as well. Let's talk about Paradise episode 8. Who is Alex? That's one of the biggest question marks we had about Paradise. And we found out that Alex is actually a quantum driven intelligence AI computer, basically, that can predict future outcomes. And not to mention, Alex is actually named after Professor Henry's wife. So I was like, okay, now it's coming full circle, and now it all makes sense. Of course, we're gonna get that flashback like we always do. We're gonna finding out with Professor Henry that Lincoln was also in his classroom at Cal State, right? I'm sorry, Caltech, right? And Link himself, Dylan, is basically a mini super genius. And he discovers that, yo, he says, listen, I've been working out and building my own computer. You know, the professor can't believe. He's like, yo, class is dismissed. Like what Link has done is next level. And then that's when Sinatra gets involved. She she has a blank check, right? The professor ends up letting Link know, like, hey, this is gonna be my name because you can't even vote. You know what I'm saying? But yo, shout out to Sterling K. Brown. Man, I gotta talk about him as well. Like, I'm glad we got the origin to figure out what is Link, the whole name. Sterling K. Brown, you did it. You're one heck of an actor, man. Again, your performance in this one right here left me speechless. Like, he is so good at what he does when it comes to acting. Now, we know this in present time, right? The bunker is exploding inside, outside, the whole nine. And the malfunctions, shutting down, it's completely about to get wrecked. Sinatra is supposed to save the day, but she's nowhere in sight. That's when Tarabi steps in. She says, we have to execute Project Exodus. And now the entire town is running. They're screaming. You know what I'm saying? The two kids are also stuck in an elevator. So the kids have to be rescued, which they do by Xavier, Sinatra, right? Now, when it comes to Dylan, aka Link, I thought this was wild because Sinatra's now realizing that, yo, yeah, he's my son. Like from some timeline or something like that, he is my son. Because we saw Dylan, his crew, they get ready to come in, bust the whole thing down. And she even puts her hand on his face, like, you're my son. I can't explain it, but you're my son. I was like, okay, well, maybe that is a son. Like maybe because this AI computer ended up generating all these timelines and it could predict this or predict that, you know, maybe that really is the son, right? And even in the elevator, you know, while they're trying to get ready to rescue those kids, you know, Link ends up pulling out that gun to Xavier. And Xavier like, yo, chill. Do you know that you're a daddy? He's like, wait, what? Yeah, your girl Annie, she had a baby. And he pulls out that card, and that card changes everything, right? And now, while everything is exploding, you know, Sinatra realizes that, you know, for me, I gotta save it. I gotta save this world. But also, speaking of saving the world, this is pretty mind-boggling. Now I think about it. Did y'all see where we thought Jane was dead in that shower? Jane is alive, y'all. Is Jane the future of the AI bot? Are they together? Because she said she made herself a weapon. She's basically a weapon. She escaped that shower. I thought about that randomly, my bad. But she is alive and well. But now, like I said before, it's up to Sinatra to stop everything that she has been doing, right? And now, what is going to happen from here? Because Sinatra's about to sacrifice herself. But before she even does that, she tells Xavier, user X, that, yo, there's a bunker that's 1,000 miles away out here in Denver, and it's gonna be up to you to save the people, right? It's gonna be up to you to take it to the next level. And then we end up seeing also Sinatra as she's walking through, stuff is falling down out the sky, right? We end up seeing her son, the young version of her son. So it kind of lets us know that Sinatra made the ultimate sacrifice and that now she is dead and gone. And now Xavier and the rest of everybody else is all together. They're out there. The kids are reunited with their family because, the kids was in the bunker, but Dylan, Xavier, Sinatra, they all saved the kids, right? So that was a good part of the happy ending. But man, listen. What a show. Like, this show is absolutely phenomenal. Now, I did love how, Collins, she ended up getting injured, right? And we thought she's gonna be left for dead. But the president's son, he came back to save her. Even though Collins like, yo, leave me. Like, I'm just gonna die. Like, I love your dad. I'm just gonna die here. But the son did come back to rescue. I'm so glad. That was incredible. Great moment. And one of the craziest parts that I did see, we ended up seeing Tarabi meet Xavier's wife. Now we know Tarabi and Xavier, they got it on back in the day. He talking about, oh, this is my therapist. I'm like, now Xavier, how you gonna explain to your wife, or did he already explain that, him and Tarabi, they got it on. You know what I'm saying? So Tarabi is gonna be setting up. I can't wait to see how she's gonna be setting up in the next season of Paradise as well. Xavier, the ball is in your court. You gotta get to Denver. We thought it was only one bunker. Apparently, there's another bunker. So the story is still going on. So much is still happening, with Link, Xavier, Collins, everybody, all the power players, right? They're all still together despite the chaos, with the bunker. And it makes you think about AI and technology and all those things right there. Like, what happened if this turns out to be like a real world type event? What would we do in case something like this happens to us? And of course, we still end up getting those nosebleeds, those visions with Xavier and Dylan. How is that still linked? Is that through the timelines? Because we saw those scenes throughout several episodes of this season of them two, having those nosebleeds. Go save the world, Collins. And that is what he is about to do. Because we saw Sinatra and him talking. And now, like I said before, we're getting to that bunker that is out there in Denver. Xavier is about to be up. He's about to go through one of the most powerful things he's ever done again in his life. This is going to be an amazing task for him. How will he handle it? I feel like the power is about to be shifted literally into his hands. I can't wait to see how it's going to unfold in season 3 of Paradise. That's my thoughts all about Paradise. Make sure to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Again, I appreciate all the love, the support. Paradise season 3. I know we're not going to get it until next year, probably next spring sometime. So I will be covering it. Paradise. Appreciate the love and support, y'all. As always, thank you for tuning in to the Lawrence Report.